I'm Carol Jurgensen-Sheets, aka Carol the Coach. And I was having this conversation with one of my clients. You know, he has refrained from using masseuses, prostitutes, escorts, and pornography. But he shared with me that he was still clickbaiting on images. Images of women in bathing suits and lingerie and scantily clothed models. And he said, you know, that stuff is not going to get me in trouble. That's middle circle behavior. It's not inner circle behavior. And I think I'm safe. Well, I told him, wow, I have really failed you. Because what I know to be true is that when you're looking at images that are exciting, you're lighting up that reward center in the brain. And when you're rewiring your brain by lighting it up again, you're much more likely to move closer towards old behaviors. And so for him to tell me what he told me actually told me that I had not done my job. I had not explained to him enough about the perils of sexual addiction and the neuro-circuitry behind that. Now, I just got back from ITAP. And ITAP is the organization that certifies us as sex addict therapists. And what I clearly learn every single time I go is that, sexual addiction is not an issue of control. It's not an issue of moral failure. It is a brain disorder. It's a brain addiction. These process addictions affect the brain. And as therapists, we need to become brain scientists to help our clients understand how A links to B, links to C, links to D-Day. All right. Now, if you're single, you have to be truthful within yourself. You can't let those defense mechanisms take you down. And if you have a significant other in your life, you have to talk truth and you have to talk trust. And that significant other is not going to be okay with you objectifying a woman in a bathing suit. Now, as your therapist, I'm not going to hold judgment against you. But what I absolutely know to be true is that you're lighting up a place in the brain that lights up the same way with pornography, escorts, prostitutes, and any other behavior that is compulsive and out of control. And the first recovery task that you have to work through is breaking your own denial of what is going on in your life. And sometimes, when you've tried to stop and it has not worked, you get it. That's when you give me a call. You say, there's something really wrong here. I cannot control my own behavior. And if you're in partnership with somebody, more often than not, she has discovered you have watched her go into a lot of pain, and you've said, okay, I can't keep doing this. The cost-benefit analysis is not worth the pain that I'm causing her. Now, I'm going to tell you that looking at women in bathing suits might as well be porn. And you might have that in your middle circle. You might say, well, that's slippery slope behavior. And from an SA or an SAA point of view, that's Sexaholics Anonymous or Sex Addicts Anonymous, perhaps it is, because you have decided what's going to go into your circles. But boy, I'm not gonna enable you, and I'm not gonna join your denial. You are lighting up that brain in the same way that you would if you were looking at pornography or looking at a prostitute. And that's not going to keep you clean and sober. So I'm not going to be a part of that. And maybe you have a sponsor that doesn't get that because they have not done brain science research. But I got to tell you, I just spent 24 hours learning about brain science. Hey, Boo, how's it going, buddy? Hey, buddy. Thank you. And I'm here to say any image that objectifies women and lights up the brain because it feels good to see it is one step closer to a total relapse. So I'm here for you. I want you to know that you can't flirt with that kind of disaster. If you were an alcoholic, you could not go into a bar, put a bottle of beer before you, and then say, look at me, I'm okay. I am not drinking that beer because the behaviors that you are participating in are behaviors that are this far away from a relapse and a slip. And I don't want you to get that dangerously close to that. You've worked too hard. If you're watching this video, I know you want to make the right decisions. So, okay, if you've been one of those that said, hey, looking at lingerie or bathing suits is not that big of a deal. It's not pornographic. And you're right, it is not. Just understand that it activates the same part of the brain as any of your acting out behaviors. And do you really want to do that to yourself? I don't think so. So I'm Carol Jurgens-Sheets, aka Carol the Coach, and I am here to help you get clean, sober, and real with your addiction. This is the hardest addiction to beat. It's a process addiction, and it's way harder than coke, meth, heroin, alcohol, because it's all around you. And women in bathing suits are all around you. And Victoria's Secret and other lingerie ads are all around you. And you got to know how to distract, how to deflect, how to interrupt, how to be accountable, and how to see your addiction for what it is. And I know you can do that with just a little more history.